everyone, welcome to Deepika Makeup. Hope you're all doing super awesome. In this video, I'm going to show you all my blushes one by one and also declutter some blushes along the way. I'm going to declutter blushes that I am not using anymore, that I'm not interested, and if I have any dupes and stuff like that. So I'm going to condense my blushes on camera today. So let's begin this video. It's going to be pretty long, so bear with me, and if you're interested to see my blushes, stay tuned. So those are all my blushes at this time. I can totally say that I have a big project ahead. So let's see how well I do in condensing this blush collection. First I have three Black Radiance blushes. This is Raspberry, Plum Sorbet and Gingerly. I'm going to keep them all. These are really intense blushes and they're beautiful for our skin tone. Next I have these Maybelline Master Highlight Blush and Highlight Mosaic blushes. These are fantastic, probably the best drugstore blushes I would say, and this is my favorite, which is Coral, and this one is also beautiful for cold weather seasons, and this is called Mauve, so I'm going to keep these two as well. Next I have two Jordana blushes, and these blushes are such a beautiful formula. I absolutely love them. I completely used one shade which is called Sandalwood, one of my favorite again, but I didn't repurchase. I went ahead and picked two other blushes, and this is Coral Sandy Beach and this is Touch of Pink, and these two look very similar, so I'm actually going to get rid of Touch of Pink and I'm going to keep Coral Sandy Beach. Next I have two Colourpop blushes. This is Between the Sheets and this is Peggacorn, and this one it's a beautiful shade, but it didn't really show up on my skin very well until I built it up, so I'm going to get rid of this one and I'm going to keep Peggacorn. Obviously this is brand new, I didn't even touch it. Next I have one Chambord blush and this is Candy Rose. It's a beautiful blush, and this blush color is one of my favorites, so I'm going to definitely keep this, and this is one of my newest blushes as well. So this is available in India and I absolutely love the pigmentation, the formula and the color. Next I have two Milani Minerals blushes, and I don't think these are available. These are discontinued, but I absolutely love the formula and the pigmentation, and the colors are beautiful as well. This is Sweet Rose and this is Mai Tai. I'm going to keep them both just because I absolutely love the shades. Next I have three of the very famous Milani Baked blushes, and these are absolutely fantastic. This one is Red Wino, this is Coralina, yes Coralina, and this is Fantastico Mauve. I absolutely love these blushes. These are blush and highlighter in one step, so I'm definitely going to keep all these three, and I'm also going to purchase another color which is Rose d'Oro. Next I have a Physicians Formula blush. This is again a very popular blush, and this is called it just says Rose. I think this is the Happy Booster blush, and this looks beautiful on our skin tone, so I'm going to definitely keep this. Absolutely love this one. Next again I have two popular blushes, and these are Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. These are the old formula. This is Mellow Wine, this is Berry Shimmer. I also have Heather Silk, which is Deep Potted. I'm going to keep them both, but Milani's Red Wino and the Berry Shimmer, these both are very similar, so actually I'm going to get rid of Berry Shimmer and I'm going to keep Red Wino. Next I have two limited edition blushes from Maybelline. These came out like 2 or 3 years back, and these are absolutely gorgeous. This is called Coral Burst and this is called Wild Blossom, and I'm going to keep Coral Burst. This is absolutely gorgeous for summers, and Wild Blossom looks like a very cool tone lavender on my skin and it has silver shimmer, and it doesn't look flattering on my cheeks, so I'm going to get rid of this. Next I have two very similar tone blushes. One is from Ulta and this is called Girly, and this is by Essence and this is called Baby Doll. These look very similar on the cheeks, so I'm actually going to keep Essence and I'm going to get rid of Ulta, and I guess this is unopened. No, I have used this, so yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this and I'm going to keep the Essence one. Next I have a Sephora Pantone limited edition blush and highlighter. It's beautiful and I'm never going to give this up. This is blush and highlighter in one, and the gold shimmer looks absolutely gorgeous on my skin tone, so I'm gonna keep this. Next I have this Body Shop blush, and this is called Blush Trio in the shade 01, and it's called Cool Dusk, and it's a beautiful blush, and when I swirl around it gives a very cool tone pink with some shimmer, so I don't really like it. I like this one color though, so I'm just gonna pass this along. Next I have this duo from this brand called Aziza. I got this from 99-cent store for like $2 or $3 or maybe $1, I don't remember, but the colors are beautiful. These are matte blushes. The formula is very smooth, and I'm really surprised for $1 the quality of the blushes is amazing. But I'm going to pass this along only because I have similar colors, especially this pink color. I have a ton of these, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. But next I have this Essence blush. I haven't even used this, but it's so beautiful. I am going to use this summer, and I think Essence actually put this in the permanent collection right now. It's called Heat Wave, I guess, but this one is called Summer Break, and it's beautiful ombre coral blush. Coral is my favorite color, so I'm not going to get rid of that. And out of all the blushes I have in my collection, if you want me to just pick like 5, this would be one of the blush. This is from this brand called Isadora. I don't know where you can find this, but if you know, please let me know, guys. It's a beautiful formula. I think this is like $15 or $18, but it's totally worth the bucks. And this one is in the shade Coral Blossom. Beautiful formula, matte coral blush, fantastic. Next I have this duo again from Sephora Pantone collection. This collection came out in, I guess, 2012 if I'm not wrong, but this one is a beautiful duo. I actually hunted this and got this on eBay, so I'm not gonna get rid of this one, but I do have similar colors like the Isadora blush, and this one is totally the same, the matte ones, and I can say the Coralina is very much similar to this, but I love this one, guys, so for now I'm just gonna keep it, but eventually if I feel like I want to declutter, I might just declutter the other ones, but definitely not this, so I'm gonna keep this. Okay, next I have this ombre blush from Wet n Wild. This is called Mai Tai Buy You a Drink. I have a detailed review on this collection. I will put that in the description box below for you. And I returned the other two and I kept just this one. This actually works for me as a highlighter, so I'm just going to put this in the highlighter drawer. So I'm gonna keep this one. Alright, next I have this Nicka K blush in Summer Glow. Initially I thought I would not like this, but this is fantastic, and especially for the colder weather seasons this is beautiful, so I'm definitely going to keep this. Alright, the next one I have here is a Lorac blush, and this is a baked satin blush in the shade Velvet Rope, and I haven't even opened this. I actually forgot that I have this in my collection, but it's such a beautiful natural color, so I am definitely going to keep this and put this to use. Next I have this blush from Hickory, and this is in the shade Cameo. The formula of these blushes is beyond amazing. The pigmentation, the formula, they're matte and amazing. The only reason I'm getting rid of this one is because of the color. It's actually pretty pale for my skin tone, so that's the only reason I'm passing this along, but otherwise I'm going to get another shade from this collection because the formula is fantastic. Next one I have is a Julep blush, and the packaging of these blushes is beautiful, so sleek and classy. And this is a pore minimizing blush in the shade Peach Bellini. I haven't even touched it. This is the first time I'm actually opening it, but I'm not going to use this because it's like a pale coral color. I have a ton of pale blushes, so there's no point in keeping another one, plus this is brand new, so I'm just gonna pass this along. Alright, next I have these two CoverGirl cream blushes, and these are amazing formula. I used to use this all the time. Even though I have oily skin, these work really well, but these are actually pretty old and the formula actually cracked inside, I guess. Yeah, so it's actually really gross, so I'm actually going to get rid of this. I'm actually going to throw them away. Yeah, they are actually really gross inside, so I'm just gonna throw them away. Okay, next I have this Maybelline Dream Mousse blush, and this is in the shade 40 Soft Plum. These are again very popular, but I haven't even opened this, so I'm just gonna pass this along. Next I have this Wet n Wild Minerals blush, and this is in the shade Pinched Pink. These are actually really beautiful, but these are powder ones. Obviously these are mineral blushes, so I have a lot of blushes, and especially in this color I have a ton of them, so I'm gonna pass this along. But I like the packaging of this. They are so hassle free. They have double layered packaging for the sifter, so that's that. And this one is again a mineral blush, and this is a beautiful lavender color. Only thing is this doesn't look flattering on my skin tone. It's actually a cool tone one, so I am forced to get rid of it, but this is a beautiful blush, and I think this is from Madison Street Beauty. Next I have this e.l.f. cream blush, and this is in the shade Superstar. I'm not really a great fan of cream blushes, so I am getting rid of this one. Next I have three blushes. One is from the Maybelline Fit Me. This one is called Medium Pink. Next I have a LA Colors blush in the shade Berry Plum, and a CoverGirl blush in the shade again something Plumberry Glow. So I'm actually going to pass along all these three because I have a lot of colors of the similar kinds, so that's that. But this CoverGirl blush is actually really beautiful, but since I have a lot in this color, I'm actually passing this along. Next I have this Kevyn Aucoin Creamy Glow Duo, and I haven't even opened this one, but I am not really a great fan of cream blushes, so that's the only reason I'm actually getting rid of it. It's so beautiful, guys, so beautiful. Yeah, that's the color. It's so beautiful, but I can keep it. There's no point in keeping, so yeah, I'm just gonna pass this along. Alright, moving on, these are some of my high-end blushes. I am not going to get rid of any of these, but I'm going to show you what I have. I have this Hourglass blush in something pink. Yeah, Radiant Magenta. I love these, guys. I love these blushes. Absolutely my favorites. Next I have these two Core blushes. My friend Richa actually sent these from Canada. So the colors I have here are Hush and Allure. Hush and Allure. Oh my god, guys, you have to try this color Hush. It's so beautiful, and it has some gold sheen, and it looks beautiful on our skin tone. So definitely I'm gonna keep. Oh man, there's no point in telling that I'm gonna keep, because I am not going to declutter any of the blushes from this tray. And I have two NARS blushes, and this one is in the shade Cour Batant or something. Yeah, this one is a limited edition color. It's so beautiful and so intense, so can't wait to wear this in summer. And then I also have another summer blush, and this is called Taj Mahal. Oh my god, NARS blushes are so beautiful. Alright, I have two MAC blushes, and one is called Modern Mandarin, and it's so beautiful for our skin tone. And another blush that actually totally surprised me, and this is called Blooming. I initially thought this would not show up on my skin tone, but it shows up, and it's so natural and so beautiful. So it's pretty much my everyday blush when I go to work, so that's that. And I have this blush from this brand called Veramur, and this is in the shade Sangria. I picked this up from Duane Reade when I went to New York, and it looks beautiful in the cold weather season, so that's that. I have four Balm Instant blushes, and this is Argyle, Pinstripe, Houndstooth, and Toile, or I don't know. My favorite is Houndstooth. sorry, yeah, Houndstooth, and it's one of my very favorite everyday blush for work, and I've used it a lot, but you can't even see that I've used it because these blushes are really intense, very long wearing. I love these blushes. And then I have all these Tarte blushes. I have two in their full size, and this one is called Flush, and this is for cold weather seasons, and actually it looks beautiful for summer as well. I love Tarte blushes. They are very intense and very long wearing, and this one is one of my favorite. This is called Blissful, beautiful coral color. And I have four little Tarte blushes. These they released during the holiday season. So one of my favorite is Thankful, or no, Imagined, I guess. They don't release these colors, or even if they release, they don't release with these names. So yeah, this one is my favorite out of all the four. Alright, moving on, I have some palettes and samples. So the first palette I have here is the NARS Danmari palette. I think this came in 2012-13, I don't remember. It was a hype back then. I got it. It has the famous NARS blushes, Orgasm, Super Orgasm, Sin, and I don't know what it is, Desire, and Casino blush, and Hungry Heart bronzer. So out of all these shades, I use Sin a lot. This is one of my favorite blushes, so I'm gonna definitely keep this palette. And honestly, I don't do justice to this palette. I don't use it as much, but I use Sin a lot, so I'm gonna keep this. Okay, next I have this Hourglass blush from the holiday collection again, and this one is my favorite. This is called Mood Exposure. I use this blush a ton, but I barely made a dent on this one, so I'm definitely going to keep this palette. It's my baby. Alright, moving on, I have two of these City Color blush quads, and these are very intense blushes. So if you're not light-handed with these blushes, you will look like a clown. So you will have to know how to work with these shadows, blushes, but these are absolutely gorgeous, totally worth your bucks. If you see these blush palettes, definitely pick them up. So I'm going to get rid, so I wanna just declutter one of this, but I'm not sure which one. Maybe, okay, I am going to pass along the pinks, and I'm going to keep the oranges and reds, only because the oranges one has a really unique color. This is a dusty color. I'm sure I'll find something in my collection, but yeah, this one looks really interesting, and this is a matte red blush, kind of like the NARS Exhibit A. So I'm going to keep this one, and I am going to pass along this one because I have a lot of pale pinks. I don't use the Barbie pink kind of color. I have a lot of mauves and the intense pink. I want to keep this one for this color, but it's alright. It's alright. I'm going to say goodbye to this. In this one, I only have one blush. This is my everyday makeup palette. So this one is NYX's Peach. I'm trying to use this up, but if I don't use up by end of this year, I'm just going to throw this away. But I made a good progress on this pan, so that's that. Alright, in this one I have depotted some of my blushes, and this one is from Inglot. This one is Calvin Klein. This is Elf. This is Wet n Wild Heather Silk. This is a Rimmel blush, and this is a Elizabeth Arden blush. I'm going to throw away this Elizabeth Arden blush only because it's actually really old and I am not using it, so this needs to go away. And I'm also going to say goodbye to the Elf blush in, I think this is called Pink Passion, but I'm not really sure. And I'm also going to say goodbye to this Calvin Klein blush, and this is in the shade Attraction. I can totally make this work with this blush in this palette, so I'm just gonna say goodbye to this one. Alright, this one is, I just got this one. This is completely unopened, so obviously I'm going to keep this. This is Becca Jaclyn Hill palette in from the Champagne Pop collection, so I'm gonna keep this one. Obviously it has 3 blushes, beautiful shades. Alright, I have a box of blush samples. This one is a Sephora cream blush, and I'm not interested in keeping cream blushes, so I'm gonna say goodbye to this. And this one, I have a lot of Tarte blushes, no point in keeping this, so I'm just gonna add this to a giveaway unopened. And again an unopened blush, and this is Physicians Formula Sexy Booster blush, and this is in the shade, I don't even know, natural. It's a shimmery coral color, pretty packaging. I want to keep this for packaging, but there's no point if I have ton of coral shades and this one just lies there because of packaging. So I'm gonna pass this along. So that's that. And finally I have 2 more palettes. These are both Sephora Pantone collection palettes. This one is from the Radiant Orchids collection. Beautiful blushes, and I love the highlighter, this middle shade. This one is so beautiful, so keeping this one, and obviously going to keep this one as well. This is the Marsala palette, and the same highlighter is in this one as well. I don't see the point in keeping this one, but yeah, and the blush is actually beautiful, so I'm going to keep this one as well. So those are all the blushes I have, and I'm going to show you how many I declutter and how many I'm going to keep. Alright, we are done. So the ones you see on the left, that pile is all going away, and the ones you see on the right are the blushes that I'm keeping in my collection. So that is the status of my blush collection at this time. I still feel it's pretty big, but I will be decluttering my makeup every 6 months. I will be going through my collection every 6 months and take out the products that I don't use anymore. I have been giving away some makeup to my friends, family, and also I will be putting up a blog sale really soon. So that's what I'm going to do with the makeup that I'm decluttering. So that's pretty much it. And also the next declutter series will be my bronzers and highlighters, so stay tuned if you're interested for that. And please hit on the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and also do not forget to subscribe to my channel to stay updated with my future videos. I will see you all very soon in my next videos. Goodbye.